Good afternoon.
Welcome to the Must Love Yarn podcast.
It is May
It's 11th.
11th. I'm a day behind. I think.
It's the 11th.
Yep, my watch is a day behind. So.
Actually, I'm pretty sure it's the 11th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
Here, look. Go to the phone. Yep,
It's
May 11th.
Thursday, May 11th.
So because my watch says the 10th.
Okay.
But I don't think when the calendar changed and everything, I don't think I did what I had to do to.
Got it.
So yeah, it's Thursday afternoon, which is our normal recording day. Last week we were here on Tuesday.
Yep.
And it's kind of sunny outside, which makes me happy.
Yes, there's a nice breeze blowing, so it's actually quite pleasant out there.
Yeah, even though we're supposed to get like 2 inches of rain over the weekend,
Yes.
which we've had a lot of rain already. So
Absolutely. So I'm Angela,
and I'm Kelly.
and this is our yarn store in Shelburne, Vermont, behind us, or at least part of it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you moved your lamp hat.
I did. I've been trying. Yeah, I did. I didn't want the lamp hat.
That's so funny. You totally
I
remembered.
hid it behind the pole.
Excellent.
Over there.
Oh yeah, there it is. Now I can look like I have a sort of blocked hat. Yeah, so you can find the store on all kinds of social media as Must Love Yarn, and our website is mustloveyarn.com. We've got all kinds of fun, beautiful yarns, knitting needles, accessories, etc.
Lots of local Vermont yarns and Vermont dyed yarns.
Yep.
So, and more coming in. Every time I come in here, there's something new. So,
yeah.
And so you can find me out on the interwebs I can't even talk today.
Neither one
I
of
need
us.
more coffee. On Ravelry and Instagram as Junior Bird Kid. That's JR Bird Kid. And feel free to friend me on Ravelry and follow me on Instagram.
Yeah. And I have to remember, so I am Kelly O Spins on Instagram, and I'm Kelly Spins on Ravelry. And like Anne said, feel free to follow me and friend me. I love looking at everybody's projects.
Yeah.
That's where I get so much of my inspiration from.
Sometimes too much inspiration.
I know.
Because I see all these fun, and I want to make all of the things.
The projects, the yarn, the project bags. I mean, it's.
Or things like, stitch markers, which are, they're Star Wars themed, which are also, you can wear as like a charm bracelet, which is cute. Awesome. So now I'm never without a stitch marker. So I got this from a great shop on Etsy called The Sexy Knitter.
Oh yeah. I actually saw her at TNNA last year. I got to.
Cool.
I briefly said hi to her, but I mean it was so busy there last year. So.
Yeah. So
yeah, she's very sweet. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Instagram is my downfall.
Yeah, me too. I love Instagram. So I'm on there most actively over any social media, you know. I watch YouTube videos like of other podcasts and stuff, but I don't usually interact a lot on YouTube. But on Instagram I do. I kind of have made some friends that way, which is it's a lot of fun. And then when you like go to some of the big festivals and things, you meet you can put a face to the
or if you come into the store here.
I know we've actually we had a lovely viewer in the store this morning, and she said she never misses an episode, so that was so nice to hear.
So awesome.
Yeah. So hello to everybody who's come in recently. We've had quite a few actually.
We are
you viewers come in
close to 1,000 subscribers.
Oh yeah, we are.
Close.
So if you have friends who haven't checked us out yet, and you think might like to watch us, have them give us a look, and if they like it, subscribe, and because we're so close to the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and we're starting to put together a really great prize pack of yarn and goodies, some project bags and all kinds of fun stuff.
And we're planning to run the giveaway as a Ravelry party.
We'll have a prompt.
Ravelry on our Ravelry page.
Because that'll be so fun to read.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
We're gonna come up with a fun prompts so that you just answer a quick question and then you'll be entered to win. So so we're getting close. So once we hit 1,000, we'll put that prompt up on Ravelry, and you guys can go there and enter.
Yeah.
Because I think most everybody who follows podcasts and things are on Ravelry usually, but not everybody's always on Instagram because you do have to have a phone.
That's right.
So Ravelry will be a good way to,
Absolutely.
I think, run that.
Yeah,
So.
and we'll keep it open for a couple of weeks, and just to give people a chance to watch.
Yep.
And
but we're not there yet.
Not almost.
We're like I think 23 people away, 23 subscribers. But thank you to everybody who has subscribed already, all of our returning viewers. We really appreciate you. And if you're new and checking us out, if you like what you hear and see, feel free to subscribe, and you'll get us that much closer to 1,000, and we'll have that fun giveaway to do here soon.
Absolutely. It would be awesome. So this week I'm wearing a sweater. Actually, wearing a hand-knit sweater.
You are.
I know.
It's so pretty. I love the color.
Is the one that most often goes by Bad Word Watson.
That's right.
Maybe we should make that the show title.
Bad Word Watson.
Because it's a lace weight sweater, but it's lace weight held double and on really small knit. I think it was knit on 4s.
Yeah.
So it's basically like knitting a fingering weight yarn sweater.
Yeah.
But it's great for these in-between times where it's a little chilly, so I don't want to be wearing short sleeves, but it's too cold to not have something on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's lace, so it's a little bit more breathable. Yep. So if you're inside and you get a little bit warm, then it's.
And I think if I can turn
turn
it around, it's got a
so
great
cute.
lace
I love
panel
the little pleat
and
too.
a pleat.
That's so cute.
On the back, and it's the lace really wasn't that hard. It was more just I felt like I had knit on it forever and ever, and I had like this much.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god.
But it was, I mean, so beautiful. It's kind of worth it after it was
totally
done, because I've seen you wear it quite a lot.
And the name has really has become a joke at this point. Yeah. So yes, I do get a lot of wear out of it. Yeah. But we all noticed I've not knit another one.
Well, I'm not wearing any knitwear today because I don't know why. I have a scarf, but it's not one that I knit. It was just, I don't know. I didn't.
Some days you're just not feeling it.
Yeah, I was running hot today.
Yeah.
So this is just a really lightweight, gauzy cotton scarf, and so yeah.
Awesome.
I know. I wasn't expecting to be sunny.
Well, there's that.
And I got up and it's getting ready, and then all of a sudden the sun came out. I was like,
wait, what?
So, and this room gets really warm. So this room faces south, which we've mentioned before. But I know we don't have. It's kind of actually good because we don't have the sun blaring in today. I mean, it's kind of bright out, but it's later in the day, so we don't have the really bright sun because it was last time. Was it last time it was blowing everything out? Crazy.
Yeah, we were trying to show all the Legacy Fiber Arts yarn we got in, and it was blowing them all out.
Which we do still have quite a bit of Legacy. If anybody is still looking, we've got a lot of the colorways. Their neutrals are gorgeous, and we've got them all in.
So beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't bring any, but I didn't bring the ones I got, but I got elephant ears and macaroon because I want to do this So Faded sweater and use the Skein of Thrones club with elephant ears, and then I have to think of one more color to add because that's really cute.
Yeah, that would look really good together.
Yeah.
So you have a finished object over there.
I only have one finished object. It was so funny because I said to Ange, I'm like, I don't think I have a finished object. I'm like, wait, I do. They're not. It's going to somebody else. And we talked about the Knitted Knockers charity that we are now participating or get involved with. We're going to be collecting any of the knitted knockers that people knit or crochet, and either sending them to the charity Knitted Knockers, or we're going to, a lovely customer just came in and gave me a contact name for the reconstructive surgery unit at UVM, and they're very interested in having us supply them.
Excellent.
So I've got their contact information, but I had a woman reach out to me who has a friend that had a mastectomy, and she asked if we had any of the knitted knockers available, and I said we didn't at the time, but I'd be happy to make some for her. So I made a set, and they are going. Look, it's still getting blown out. Isn't that funny? So there they are. And I knit these, and I use the LRA. Oh no, I use the Plymouth
Phoenix DK.
Yes. No, it is LRA or Plymouth.
Oh.
It's. Oh my god.
Do you want
It'll be in the show notes.
Do you want me to look it up for you? Keep talking. I'll look it
up. It'll totally be in the show notes. So the Plymouth is Cleo, Ella Ray is Phoenix. Yes. I'm pretty sure.
I'm double checking.
It's been a long week. So anyway, it's 100% cotton and it's a DK weight and it knits up and it's nice and soft. So anybody that's had surgery, it is a little bit softer on the scar tissue that's there. So that's my FO for this week, and these are going to be going off to their new home very soon. So
Ella Ray Phoenix.
Yeah, Ella Ray. See, I had it right. I shouldn't have second guessed myself. But hopefully it'll bring a little comfort to somebody.
So I would probably have to have my knitting card revoked if I didn't have this one as a finished object, since last week I really just had the bind off to do. So this is Plymouth Yarns top down tee, and it's done. It's a great little cotton summer t-shirt.
It's really cute.
Yeah. So
it came out so well. 3
skeins of yarn, and I had yarn left, so I didn't actually use all of it. It'll be here at the store, so if anyone's local and they want to actually come in and take a look at it
and feel how it is knit up, because it has such a nice hand to it.
Mm-hmm.
It came out really well, and it's washable. It's a cotton acrylic blend. It's the Calico Naco Calico Jacquard is the striped one.
Yep.
And it's a really nice yarn. So.
And we've got a bunch of different colors. We have
there's a really
orange,
pretty purple.
And
that lilac
purple
one. That's really pretty.
And this blue.
And a bunch of solids too. So if you want,
it would make a nice solid tee as well. Pretty quick. Some nice little waist shaping, and some short rows for the shoulders. So
yeah, it's really lovely.
Small finished object. But like I said, my knitting card would have to be revoked if I hadn't finished that. Cause
we wouldn't hold it against you. We know how busy you've been. So a little crazy.
I have a half object.
Awesome.
Because see, look, I've got sock number 2 going, so that means it's kind of a half object. I haven't kitchenered the toe yet, so it's still on the needles for the toe.
So
but
close. Nice.
There to be.
Very nice.
Just a plain vanilla sock. Kind of the on the go knitting.
Nice.
So there's that one.
I only have one other thing that I been working on. It's still this little tank top. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
It's not done. Don't get too excited with my ta-da. I know, right?
Actually, Kelly's going to make a fashion statement by wearing a tank top mid-belly with a knitting needle in it. It's a new style.
So so when I started this, I didn't alternate skeins, but, and for the most part, you can't really tell because, it's funny, there are some bands of brighter colors, but the way the yarn was dyed, there were actually sections towards the end. It depends how they have the yarn laying sometimes when they speckle it, because one side will get more heavily speckled than the other. Yeah. So when you get towards either the beginning or the end of the skein, there'll be more color, and that's actually what happened on this. So I was knitting along, and I was in the car this past weekend. You can kind of see the different bands on it. So this top half is actually all from one skein, and then this from here to there was all one skein, and then I added a new one, and the one that
not as speckled.
Yeah, and it's so funny. So I was in the car knitting, and I looked at it, and I was like, and I was just after this brighter band here, and I looked at it, and the next skein I had added on was like almost all cream in the very beginning, and I'm like, oh no, and I had gone like 2 inches. And so I was in the car, and I completely ripped out those 2 inches and put them all back on, all my stitches. I didn't lose any stitches, put them all back on the needles, and I started from here, and I had 2 skeins left, and I alternated those skeins down. So because one of them was so plain. So I mean, you can tell that it's lighter, but there's a lot more color in that second skein that I added in, because it would have looked so awful if I hadn't. I mean, there is still a band, but it's not nearly as noticeable now.
No.
And there's not nearly as much blue in that one either. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
So
that's always, like, if you're working with hand-dyed, particularly hand-dyed yarn, I mean, and this is not...
It is actually hand-dyed.
Okay, so when you're working with hand-dyed yarn, it's a really good idea to alternate skeins.
Yeah. And I probably should have in the beginning, but the first 2 skeins looked very, very similar.
Yep.
So I didn't really, and you know, because it is very speckly, it's not really going to bother me at all.
Yeah.
And especially after I started alternating the 2 last ones, because of that one skein was just so pale.
Yeah.
So you know, if I probably just switched and done it with the 3rd skein, because I may not need as much yarn as I thought I did, but. So I'm actually, I was supposed to go until I think I was like 12 inches or 3 inches less than what I wanted the whole length of the sweater to be from the underarm. And I just knit when Ange and I were getting set up, and I'm like 12 and a half. So now I can start actually doing the patterning, because there's a few, I don't know if they split it in half or not, where you do the broken seed stitch and then you end with the garter stitch, or vice versa, I can't remember. I think you end with a garter stitch. So you do that. So for 3 inches, you've got patterning at the bottom. So I can actually start doing that. Hooray!
Yay!
So I'll have something a little more interesting than stockinette. But the stockinette was great for in the car. Yeah. And so if I hadn't had to rip out those 2 inches, I'd be probably pretty darn close to being done.
Yeah.
But it's okay. I'd rather do that than have it be...
It's worth it to fix stuff like that if it's going to bother you, because otherwise you won't ever wear it.
Exactly. And it's not 100% awesome, but it's good enough so that I'd be happy wearing it. Where before, I mean, it was a big band of just a tiny speckle here or there, and it just it was, especially because there's such a dark band where the last skein left off.
Yep.
So...
Yep.
But even this one, where this one ended and then the second one began, it's a lot lighter, and then it builds and builds and builds, and you get more. So I think these 2 skeins are going to do that closer to, by the time I'm binding off, they'll have more color in them.
Okay.
So I probably should have looked. I did look. I tried to flip it or pull from the inside or outside, depending on if it had more color. Yeah. And I thought that it did from the section that I pulled from, but...
Yep. Oh, well, it is what it is.
It is, and I like it, and I like the detail on this, too. There's a little broken seed stitch. It's really cute. So, anyway, so that's that, and I'm not horribly disappointed with it.
That's good.
It'll be good. And if I make that vitamin D to go over the top of it, you're not even going to notice anyway. No. You'll just have the little pop of color from underneath.
Absolutely.
So, I'm good. Good. I'm good with it.
So I did bust out the crochet hook, like I threatened to do last week, to do a little headband thing to go with the sweater, the wee chickadee. So the band itself, and I clearly am not finishing anything because I have all these ends that haven't had anything done with them. But so I got the headband done, crocheted. This is actually the second one, because the first one was, we'll just call it the learning curve. And I tried the flower that was crocheted with this pattern, but it's huge. I mean, this is a really delicate headband, and I'm knitting it out of fingering weight yarn, but this thing is like, 1, it's enormous, and 2, I just was clearly not getting it to work, right? Because that should not be there.
You can wear it as a ring.
Yeah. So I thought, well, maybe I'll do half the stitches. So I tried it in a different color and did half the stitches, and I got a little tinier flower.
That's cute.
Which is cute, but I don't like it with this particular headband. I think it's too poofy. Maybe that's the right word. Too poofy. So I dug into my knitted book. I actually pulled out a book, an actual book, for this little knitted flower. And I like that so much better. It's so much more delicate. And so I have one on. I have made a second one. And right now I'm just trying to decide if I want to do 2, if I want to add a pink one in between and do 3, like, so that's what's going on.
Nice.
Right now. I may squish a pink one in the center. I don't know. So anyway, I busted out the crochet hook.
Nice.
I can crochet, I guess. Look how fancy that is. It was super fast.
That's cute.
Yeah. Cute.
I know, that's the nice thing with crochet. It's so quick.
Super fast.
Yeah.
Once I got my fingers to work, because it's all muscle memory, right? I don't have the crochet muscle memory.
Yeah.
Like for knitting, I can just pick it up and go.
Yeah.
And crochet, my brain's like, what are you doing to me?
I'm pretty quick still, with crochet. I'm not as good about not being able to look as much because I usually have to see where I'm putting the hook in for the stitch. So I'm not so knitting. I can just totally knit and watch TV or read a book or whatever. Yeah. But crochet, I still have to pay a little bit more attention. My hands don't have that the feeling of it as much. So just to make sure I'm going in the right space when I'm crocheting. I
guess people say that about knitting. You can knit without looking. You can crochet without looking. Because, like, to me, you just blew my mind. Because I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I dabble. I'm a crochet dabbler.
Oh, that's good, too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I have that.
It's still on you, because I'm...
That's all you got? I have...
Well, I did do that. I carved that cool block.
Yeah.
Rather than knitting for our bags.
Yeah. Why don't you send me a picture and I'll put it in.
Okay, I can do that.
So, sorry. So we're having like a total side conversation.
Other craft.
Yeah. We're going to have some canvas bags in the store that we're stamping with our logo.
Yep.
And Kelly, because Kelly can do anything, I'm pretty much convinced, made the block for us to stamp the bags with.
Yeah, I got a linoleum block and carved it with our logo in it. So I'm going
to take the picture and I'm going to put it in here so you guys can see because she just carved it. It looks amazing.
We're getting the ink. Oh no, I probably won't have time to get one of the actual bags, a picture of one of the bags in for you, but I took a picture of just a practice one that I stamped, and it wasn't even that well inked, but it came out as pretty cute. So yeah,
so Kelly's
that was an FO that I did.
Yeah,
that I did. That's non-knitting.
Yeah,
sorry. Okay,
no, that's okay. I think that's incredible because I still don't even know how you did that. Kelly's amazing. So I'm almost to the point where I'm just sick of my projects. Start casting on other things. So this is the spring into summer. Oh, this is the top. Really good. Spring into summer shawl, and I am
so pretty.
About halfway through the lace portion.
That's really pretty.
So there'll be a little bit more lace and a little bit more garter, and then I start back up with the gradient again, and then there's a little strip of the blue, so it's coming together.
Yeah. Oh, and we did get
the kits are in
those, but we got all of the mini kits and the combo kits.
So you can get this gray gradient kit and this blue
and all kinds of gradient kits. We've got so they're from Wonderland Yarns. So if you search Wonderland Yarns on our website, you'll find those the combo kits, the mini kits, mini skein kits,
and I mix and match yarns, so I have the Wonderland gradient, and then the blue is Round Mountain fibers in the Blue Jay colorway.
Oh, and just a little shout out for Monica at Round Mountain. She actually just started a Kickstarter to help raise money so they can build a new studio because her space is pretty cramped now, especially that she's taken on so many wholesale accounts. So if you go she's been putting it mostly on her Facebook page, and I also shared it on our Facebook page too, is the link to her Kickstarter, and I'll put a link in show notes if I remember.
Okay.
I'll try to remind myself to do that. and there's different levels of giving for her Kickstarter, like there are for most, and you get yarn in return. Ooh. So I did pledge, so I'm getting, so if it goes through, then I'll be getting really lovely yarn. She just posted some pictures of the yarn that she's giving away.
Oh, wow.
For the Kickstarter. So, and Monica is just the sweetest. So.
And I will say that blue, that's the first time I've worked with her yarn. It's fantastic.
It's very round and
yes.
very squishy, and she actually sources it with a mill, and it's U.S. sourced wool.
I will definitely knit more things with that.
It's lovely.
I'm really pleased.
Yeah.
Very pleased with it.
Yep. And we've got tons of colors.
Her colors are so beautiful.
They're really vibrant. She loves like really vibrant color. So, I mean, the colors are just so saturated and lovely. So, so check out, go to our website if you want to see the colors that we stock. But you know, if you can and you want to, go to support Monica's Round Mountain Fibers on Kickstarter.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's all the knitting crochet and I worked on this week.
Well.
So what do you got there? Got some books.
I'll just show you because the lovely Stephen West was at NATO this past weekend, and I didn't go because I was away, but I
didn't go because I was working at the store.
I asked the lovely Fiona, who owns the store, and Caitlin, who is there a lot. I think she kind of manages. I don't know if she has an official title or not, but they're both very lovely, and I asked them if it would be okay if I drop my book off and have Stephen sign it for me.
Nice.
And they said absolutely. So so he signed it. Look, yay! It says, Kelly, keep on knitting, kitten. And look, this is a picture we took at Rhinebeck last year. So I just like put my little thing, my Instagram handle on it and his Instagram handle, and I put it's a cat because he's got that really funny video on Instagram of where he's like, that's a cat, it's a cat, it's a cat. So, see?
Nice.
Isn't that hilarious?
Nice.
And so I took this picture and I made, I shrunk it down and made it into a little thank you note to him for
nice.
Just to thank him for signing the book for me.
Oh, so, that's nice.
Yeah. So I thought that was sweet, and everybody who went, we had a lot of our customers who went up to the.
They said it was fantastic.
They said it was really nice, and they just said he was just so charming and endearing and lovely. So they all had wonderful things to say about it. So hopefully he'll come up and visit again. So
yeah, that would be great.
It would be. It would be really sweet. But a couple other things that we've got in the store. We have the new Making magazine.
So when can we officially sell that?
This one does not go for sale until the 19th of May.
Okay,
so that's next
week.
Friday.
Yeah.
So we can't sell this until next Friday, but keep an eye out for it. This is Making, and it's the Dots issue. And there's some really cute things in here. So Making, if you haven't checked it out yet, it's kind of a whole lifestyle magazine. There's patterns, there's quilting, there's dyeing, there's recipes, there's
I thought how to make a flower press,
weaving. Yeah, there's a little bit of everything. Like this little jacket, it's a wool jacket, and then they've done some embroidery on the sleeves, on the cuffs. But there's all kinds of really cool stuff. There's a whole thing in here about indigo dyeing. Let's see, what else do we have? I haven't had a chance to look through this one very much. There's a really cute shawl pattern there.
Mm-hmm. Which some of those kits that we just got from Wonderland Yarns would work really well for.
So I love Making magazine. It's just a really lovely, well done magazine. The ads in here they're very few ads, and they're very tastefully done at the back, and they don't even look like ads like those. They look like just part of the magazine, and all the ads, I think they save all the ads to the back. Oh, I have to show you. Did you see the Susan B. Anderson
the giraffe
toy in here? Oh my!
Yeah, it was super cute.
God, it's so cute. I must be close to him because where is he? See if I can find him. There's a skirt in here. There's a little girl sweater in here. Oh, these little felt balls are really cool too. Oh, there he is.
He is
Look
so
at
adorable.
him. I totally want to make him. He is so cute. And let's see what else. There's this little, kind of like a shrug or a wrap sweater cardigan. It's kind of cool. And there's one. This is really pretty.
Yes.
What is it? The Reagan shawl. That's so pretty. And then there was, I think, one other one that I thought was really, oh, the socks are cute. I'm just going to show you everything, you guys, because, you know, those are really cute. Those are all, these are knit, the patterns I've been showing you. So most of what's in here is knit. That little wrap is really cute, too. Looks like crochet, I think it is.
Crochet.
There. And that's by Cal Patch, who is actually just at Wing and a Prayer Farm.
Okay.
Doing the dresses and donkeys thing, I believe. And then there's a little cardigan. And the cardigan is actually knit around side to side, so instead of up and down, it's knit the opposite way, which is kind of cool. It's got some neat sleeve detail on it. And that's really cool, too. There's so many good things.
Yeah.
I'm not going to keep showing you everything, but
definitely check it out.
yeah, it's a great magazine, and I love just reading through it. The other one that we got, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Taproot or not. It's very similar in feel to making. It's more kind of lifestyle. There's a little bit of everything. There's some great stories in here. There's weaving, there's dyeing, there's recipes, a lot of gardening type things, articles and stories. There are no ads whatsoever in this.
That's cool.
And it's really interesting. And they actually have an office in Shelburne.
Okay.
So it's local, and a lot of times the stories are from kind of regionally New England, Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont.
Nice.
Which is really kind of cool. There's a crochet recipe pattern in here for that. It's kind of like a wrap or a scarf. It's really pretty. It looks woven, and it actually, I think they call it the woven crochet stitcher. Woven stitch in crochet. It's very cool. Let's see, is there a bigger picture of this hat? There's a quill hat by Andrea Mowry in here, which is really lovely.
That's the one that has a really neat crown.
Yes,
it
does. There's an article about making your own bitters in here, which is really neat. Let's see. All kinds of things. There's a chocolate cake recipe in here. Yeah, it's just chock full of really interesting things, and it's so fun just to sit down with a copy of it and read. And you know, not every article may be for you, but there's a lot of really cool ones. The imagery and the pictures are just really lovely in here. This particular issue, they all kind of center around a theme, and this one is weave. So the front is a picture of a woven piece. It's actually, I think, a painting or drawing of a woven piece. But yeah, it's really, really lovely. I've been having a great time reading it. We just got in, and oh, I have to show these to you guys too, of course, because I'm getting chickens. So
are you gonna knit your chicken sweaters?
No, but I'm gonna knit my chicken some little chicken friend.
Nice.
So this is a Susan B. Anderson pattern that's in here. Aren't they so cute? So Taproot, fantastic magazine. You can get it through us if you want. I think you can subscribe to them online too. I'm pretty sure it's $12 an issue, which is really reasonable for all the great stories that are jam-packed in here, and the fact that there aren't any ads at all.
Yeah.
And it's local, which we love.
Yeah.
We really do. So check that out, and I'll put a link to it in the show notes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So we have some fun events coming up.
Oh my gosh, we've got so many events.
I know, I was looking
so
at the
many
calendar and
events.
I was like, oh my gosh. So May 20th, which is next Saturday.
Can you believe it's already here?
I know.
It's already here, you guys.
1 o'clock. The Legacy Fiber Arts Trunk Show.
Mm-hmm.
Come
we
check
can't
it out.
Wait.
Cannot wait. I have heard little birdie, Sue and Chelsea.
Coming right from the horse's mouth.
Right from the source. I understand we may have some yarn colorways here that have never been seen before.
Mm-hmm. I know for sure Chelsea's are ones that have not ever been available before, and I think
Sue's dyeing up some new stuff.
I think she is too. So we're gonna have some really awesome things.
Yeah, come check it out. We'll be here till 5, and
they'll be here until you
whenever.
know it sells out, or
maybe all afternoon,
or whenever they get sick of us.
Yeah. So we'll have snacks. It'll be a fun party. Mm-hmm. Lots going on.
So drop on by, because I think Sue's planning on bringing something like, I think she mentioned to somebody almost 300 skeins or something crazy.
Wow. Okay.
So there's going to be a lot of yarn here. So yeah. I think I can't remember. I think somebody told, I don't know if it was Jen or Carol, somebody had mentioned that she had thrown that number out there. So we're going to have a big old beautiful, we're going to take some video from that day and do some live Instagram or Facebook or something, or Periscope even, from the event. So those of you that can't join, we'll get it out there to you so you can have a little taste of it. And I know. Awesome. And then for our next podcast, we'll insert some, not our next one, the one after that, because
pictures
after that. We'll put some pictures and stuff in.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
We're so excited.
It's going to be so much fun. So
1 o'clock.
May 20th, 1 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then June 3rd, starting at 3 o'clock, so another Saturday, we're going to have a Meet the Farmers event. So some of our local farmers are coming in, and we'll just do a meet and greet, and you can talk with them, learn more about their farms and their sheep. And
we're going to have somebody in here spinning up some of the farm wool. When I've got one of the farmers who's going to talk about their transition from not having sheep at all to having a full-blown business of sheep, and she's got a really lovely slide presentation she's going to do, and it's fairly quick. I think she said like 5 to 10 minutes. So and her story is really interesting. So if we haven't set an exact time for that, because she may be able to do it a couple times throughout the afternoon, maybe once an hour, so that if people are coming and going, they can we can kind of catch multiple groups of people.
That would be great.
So that'll be really fun. We've got so much farm yarn, some really gorgeous yarns.
Yeah, amazing.
In the store. So, we'd love to have you come in and check that out. So that's June 3rd at 3 o'clock.
Yep. And then June 10th is Worldwide Knit in Public Day.
Yep.
We are doing a joint event down at Oak Ledge Park in Burlington with Nito. I heard the girl's going to be going. Yep. We're going to do potluck style, and basically just come and hang out with other knitters, knit in public, and have a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be great. So I did put up an events page actually both for the Chunk Show and for Worldwide Knit in Public. And if you are going to come, just let us know, and just send us a little note about what you're planning on bringing. Yeah. That way we can kind of coordinate what we do have coming, what we don't have coming.
What we need to fill in.
What we need to fill in and add. All of the grillable stuff is going to be covered. I think it sounded like Caitlin and Fiona were going to be kind of handling that part of it. Okay. And we'll bring a bunch of other fun stuff.
And it's going to be down at one of the pavilions in Oak Ledge Park.
So we've reserved that. So.
Yeah. Is it the one all the way at the end?
It's the first one, because the other one was already reserved. Okay. So it's the one closest to the entrance when you come in. And so
perfect.
We don't. So the admission is free for everybody, but you will have to pay for parking.
Yes.
Which I don't think it's terribly expensive. I think it's like $6 or $8 per carload. So carpool. Yeah. And it won't be very expensive at all. So 10 o'clock until about 2:30, 3 o'clock. So we have the pavilion technically until 2:30, but the next folks that have it reserved don't come in until 3:30. So if we spill over a little bit, it'll be fine. And you can hang out in the park as long as you want. We just don't have the pavilion after 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yeah. So
woo!
Yeah, so that's gonna be fun. So we'll all be showing up at least. Well, we'll be showing up to set up about 10.
Yep.
And just so that we can have a presence there, and then we'll be there in the morning and into the afternoon, knitting and eating and chatting and
having a good time. The store will still be open.
Yeah, the store will be open, and but come on out and meet everybody. Meet the ladies from Nido if you haven't met them. They're fantastic. Exactly. And and we're so thrilled that we get to work with another yarn store and do a fun event like this.
It's awesome. Totally awesome. And then July 8th, we have our Stitch and Pitch at the ballpark. We should have our tickets anytime. For that. I know they were still printing them. So
once we get those, I will put up a page on our website so you can get your tickets. Yeah. And when we set them aside for you guys, we'll make sure that, if you need a certain amount, they'll all be within the same grouping.
Yep. So we have a block of tickets, so everybody's going to be sitting together. And we will be selling 50/50 raffle tickets at that game to raise money for Cast Off Chemo.
It will. Yeah, and I think Linda, who's one of the owners of Denise Needles, she's going to be coming.
Oh, fantastic.
And she's going to be helping man the 50/50 table.
Oh, great.
Because she's so deeply involved with the Cast Off Chemo charity. And
perfect.
I think Carrie Clements from Montpelier, who's designed a lot of great things and been involved in the fashion and knitting industry for a long time. She kind of runs a lot of the charity
excellent.
functions and things like that. And I think she's available. I'm not 100% sure, but so we might actually get Dr. David Craig too.
Even better.
Who the money goes directly from the charity to his research, and he's a researcher up here at UVM, and it's just making wonderful strides in cancer research.
Excellent.
So we might have the whole gang, which will be awesome. Yeah. So they can talk about the charity, the research, everything, and it'll be fantastic.
Excellent.
So that's a really exciting thing that we've got going on.
And then finally, the bus to Rhinebeck. Woo! We got the big kid bus this time.
We've got an awesome bus. It's got Wi-Fi, DVD players. It's got a bathroom. It's got all the bells and whistles. So
it's $75, and that includes the price of admission to get into Rhinebeck Festival. Bus is going on Saturday.
And it includes just a quick breakfast. It'll be like bagels, donuts, coffee, that kind of thing. Most of the people that we had last year, they just wanted something little to nibble on. So
muffins or something.
So we decided to kind of scale it back from what we did last year. We did a kind of cool catered bag breakfast. So we're going to scale it back a little bit and do that. So for $75, you can get a seat on the bus, and I will link it in show notes. I linked it actually in our last show notes, even though we hadn't had it up yet. And I've already had somebody register for it, so that's so exciting! Yay!
We're so excited.
I know. So think about it. If you want to go, it's a long day.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about 4 hours down, 4 hours back, and then we spend the entire day there at the festival grounds.
Yep.
So it is a long day, but the good news is you can knit on the bus, you can sleep on the bus. So it is so worth it though. If you haven't been,
it's fantastic,
and you don't have time to go for the entire weekend, if you've got the day, please join us. It's going to be so much fun, and the buses are really comfortable. It's a luxury coach basically is what it is. So it's going to be great.
So, and then I would say on the heels of that, Kelly's like, oh God, what's she going to talk about? Keep an eye out. We are putting together more classes.
Yeah.
So, and if there's certain things you would like for us to do as a class here at the store, let us know.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. We scale back on classes this time of year because everybody wants to be in their gardens, which I totally get.
Yeah.
I totally get. But we start ramping back up again
in the fall.
Kind of
August, September.
late summer into the fall. We definitely start getting a lot more classes going. So
yep.
Yeah. And let us know if there's some bigger name designers that you'd like us to
See
have
if we
bring
can
in.
get.
You know, sometimes they have waiting lists and things like that, but we can at least get our names in with them. So I already have a mental list going of a bunch that I would love to see come to the store. So let us know if you have others too that you guys want to see.
Exactly. So
awesome.
I think I think that's all I got.
Yeah, we got kind of a short episode for you guys this time because
all right.
my knitting
Still
is
45 minutes.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I haven't got my chickens yet.
Chicken watch.
June. And she wants to bring her kids over to see them because they thoroughly enjoy. Carol actually wants to come too.
I mean,
the baby chicks.
The kids are the excuse.
Yeah, and she wants to come hold the
see
baby chicks. They're so cute when they're little.
They're cute. Beep, 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 beep.
They are. They're so stinking cute. So that's going to be my life, is building the coop with my husband.
Awesome.
And over the next few weeks, hopefully getting some more knitting time in.
Yeah.
And
maybe.
I really got to get my garden cleaned out. I don't know if it's going to happen or not this year. It didn't happen last year, unfortunately, but
I'm not sure what we're doing.
Yeah.
Our garden.
I'd like to at least get a few things. Potatoes do really well for us, and we tend to eat a lot of potatoes. So
pumpkins do really well at my place because they grow into the woods and up into the trees. It's very bizarre.
That's fun.
Yeah. But
I don't know.
anyway.
But anyway, we won't keep you guys any longer. Getting snagged. But thanks for hanging out with us for almost an hour of knitting time and
spending your morning or evening with us.
That's right. Yeah.
So until next week.
Yeah, I think that's all we've got for this time.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Or not.
It does work. Yikes. Look, I brought my Star Wars charm bracelet /
Yoda
stitch markers.
Oh, that's cool.
She had one that was Harry Potter, but last time I looked, it was all gone.
Oh. That's cute.